We are just days away now from the start of the trial for the main suspect in the Crystal Rogers murder case. This July marks 10 years since the Bardstown mother disappeared.
And one suspect was convicted last month in her murder. WDRB's Valerie Chin sat down with a legal expert to talk about what we learned in that trial and how it could matter in this trial that's coming up.
One of the things that we've got here is a lot of continuity. You've got the same judge who is presiding over these cases. You've got a lot of the same witnesses.
And Steve Lawson testified at his trial. Could he testify at Brooks Houck's trial?
Totally plausible that Steve Lawson comes in and testifies during this trial. He doesn't really have much to lose at this point with the conviction that's already been sustained against him. I don't think it's unreasonable that if Steve Lawson takes the stand, I don't think it's going to be a big shocker. Nick Houck and Rosemary Houck have been identified by the prosecution as unnamed co-conspirators and possible co-defendants in the future, that they could receive charges. It could be possible that Steve Lawson could invoke his Fifth Amendment right not to testify if he's called to the stand.
Could they just use his transcript then of everything he said and then use it in this trial?
Typically, no. Usually those transcripts are important and those transcripts can come in, but typically only if somebody testifies and they're used for cross-examination. The judge will instruct the jury, as they do in every criminal case, you are to base your judgment only on the evidence that came in at this trial. Therefore, I expect that there will be some interesting revelations in this trial, that maybe there will be some new evidence that we did not see previously in the Steve Lawson trial. Maybe some of this sealed evidence that is filed with the court pertains to the actual murder of Crystal Rogers.
And we are seeing a lot of sealed evidence coming in almost daily.
Yes.
We don't know what's in there. Who has access to that?
More importantly, I think we are not seeing the sealed evidence. The public is not seeing it. The outside legal community is not seeing this. The only people who are seeing the sealed documents and the sealed evidence that's filed in the case are the prosecution, the defense lawyers, the judge, and the clients themselves, the defendants themselves. Typically, that information isn't even shared with families of victims. But aside from those people who are intimately involved with the case, nobody's seeing the sealed evidence until it comes out at trial.
Stay with WDRB for the latest on the Brooks Houck and Steve Lawson trial. We'll have team coverage from Bowling Green, the Joseph Lawson trial. This time, Steve Lawson has already been convicted. That's from Bowling Green, starting on Tuesday.